Yes. Okay, I'm back. So what happened now? He has to make his plans now. Soapy has to make his plans to take care of himself during the winter. How is he going to do that? Very easy ways is there. So what easy way he thought was of going to a restaurant and eating food in a very good restaurant, in a high-end restaurant. Will go and eat food, and he'll not pay the bill, and they'll quietly call a policeman. There'll be no shouting there because the hotel or the restaurant doesn't want to show people that there's a problem going on, and they'll call the policeman. The policeman will take him. Rest the court judge will do for him, isn't it? The magistrate will give him the sentence for, okay, 3 months you are into that, you have to go to jail. Then he reaches there, he quietly eats, and he's not a troublemaker, he does not fight with anyone. So jail people also know him because it's quite often he's been there. Most of the winters he's there in Blackwell Island. So Piso left his bench and strolled out on the square and across the level sea of asphalt, where Broadway and Fifth Avenue flow together. Up Broadway, he turned and halted at a glittering cafe. So there was a cafe. So he went out on his thing. He got up from the bench. No, enough, yeah, it's feeling cold now. I have to move. So let me make my plans. So he started walking up on that asphalt road where Broadway and Fifth Avenue come together. In US, it's a road, a place where rivers flow by. And so Soapy had confidence in himself for the lowest button of his jacket upward. Okay, Sophie had confidence in himself from the lowest button of his jacket upward. His hat was passable, and his coat was decent, and his neat black tie had been presented to him by a lady missionary on Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving Day is into the Christians, we give a thanksgiving to the Lord for giving us good harvest and good family, and also that's a different part. So when we are talking about a US guy, he is obviously a Christian. So he's passable, in foreign restaurants, in foreign abroad also in India, if you're not dressed properly in few restaurants, you're not allowed inside. You have to maintain your dress code. Like Vivian Richards, you are too small to know about it, but those who love cricket, you will be knowing Vivian Richards was the captain of West Indies at one point of time during Gavaskar's time, when Gavaskar used to play for India. And Vivian Richards got married to Neena Gupta, one of the Hindi film stars, Bollywood film stars in India. And her daughter is their daughter is Masaba Gupta. So she's kept her own thing. I am a friend of also Masaba Gupta. I've worked with her in Satyapal, so I know about that. So Vivian Richards had come to Kolkata for some test match and something, and he had been to the hotel for dinner in a denim, in a pair of jeans and his sneakers and just a t-shirt. So he was not allowed inside. At the Saturday club in Kolkata, he was not allowed inside because he was not in his dress code. Sometimes you have to wear for evenings you wear dark suits and a bow tie or a dinner tie or a white shirt with black pants, and you have to have a dress code, polished shoes, neat and clean shaved, and you can then only go to a club restaurant or something where high-end society people meet. So he was not allowed, and then afterwards he had to wear a jacket and come blazer or something, and then he was allowed, because even though if you're a big shot, it doesn't matter. He was the captain of West Indies, and in India he's a guest to our country, so that does not matter. So in foreign countries you have to maintain a dress code. There are places where you can wear anything and go, but for a few high-end restaurants you have to wear, and a lot of mannerism is maintained. So Soapy's confidence was from his lower button till the top. He was fully confident with himself. His tie was gifted by a lady to him during that Thanksgiving, by a lady missionary, a Christian lady who was doing Christian work and working for the poor. So they gave him a tie, and he was very well ready to go into the restaurant. If he could reach a table in the restaurant unsuspected, success would be his. Another thing, in foreign restaurants, you don't get tables so fast. Okay, it's not like here we wait in the line and that table is empty, we run and go and sit there. It's not like that. You have to book your tables in beforehand. Also in Kolkata, all the metropolitans, we have 5-star hotels where you have to book your place. You will see some on tables, it says there's written reserved, isn't it? So that means that person has booked it for a certain amount of time. Suppose at 12:30, okay, 12:30 please book a table for me, 12:30 this is my, he'll tell him which table to book. If you are a frequent goer to the restaurant, your details will be there also with him. with the restaurant owner or the manager, the floor manager, and they will go and put a reserved that placard on your table, and you have said by 1:30, by 12:30 to 1:30 I'll be there. So 1 hour he's going to leave that table booked. No one will not allow anyone to sit. So if you don't come at 1:30, he will remove that. Or if you are late, you just call him, okay, I'm on my way, I'm coming, so keep my table ready. So I might be 10 minutes late, so then they keep it. Then while you're going, you give a good tip to that manager, or you give a good tip to that bearer, so they are very happy, and this is how it goes on. Yeah, they live in class and that swag. So he thought if he could get a table, it would be easy and his work will be done. He'll be spending his winter in Blackwell prison. So the portion of him that would show above the table would raise no doubt in the waiter's mind. But as Soapy set foot inside the restaurant door, the head waiter's eye fell upon his frayed trousers and torn shoes. Strong and ready hands turned him about and conveyed him in silence and haste to sidewalk. On the opposite side of the street was a more modest looking restaurant. See, he was confident in his top part, his coat and tie, because when I sit on the table now, see, as you are seeing me, right? You are seeing me, you don't know what is my pant tone, or am I wearing a toned shoes, right? On the top I am fit and fine, okay, I am presentable. Okay, so this is what actually happens. In a restaurant, when you sit, you are going to sit inside a table, you pull the chair and you don't see anything what is below. So his pant was torn, is raffled, uncrushed and not ironed, and his shoes were torn. So how do you come to know about a person through his shoes? Okay, if you have a shoes, if you see his shoes, you will come to know what grade of person, what type of shoe is he wearing, with what clothes, you will come to know what grade of person he is, right? So that is how it is, we come to know. It is said that you come to know a gentleman with his shoes, by his shoes. So this is what happened. As he entered the main, the head waiter or the floor manager, the food and beverages floor manager in the restaurant, he went close to him and he brought him aside and quietly told him, get out from here, you are not allowed inside. So, and haste to the sidewalk, he had to go back to the pavement outside, and on the opposite side of the street was a more modest looking restaurant, a bit of lower class, but okay. It catered to large appetites and almost empty purses. Means it gave food to everybody. Also, if you have the empty purses, also the lowest to lowest food also you will get there. So okay, he said fine, let's try it. Into this place, Soapy was able to gain entry without anyone noticing his worn out shoes and second hand trousers. At a table he sat and consumed beefsteak, flapjacks and donuts and pies. Flapjacks is a part of the breakfast menu in the morning. It's like type of a pancake type flapjack, because you flap it up and down. So I can give you the exact meaning of flapjack. Flapjack is one of the menus in the breakfast time, so that's what happens. Anyways, he had a flapjack and just 1 second, I'll tell you the exact meaning. Okay, yes, flapjack you will come to know, because we also eat that here in Bihar. We have it during, it's called, what can I say, flapjack is called those malpuas. We eat malpuas, right, with that, it's rolled up, it's cooked with a batter and put into sugar, so that is called a flapjack. It's called malpuas, but in a foreign malpuas. Okay, fine. So he had, so he sat, so this restaurant which was there, he went inside. And he was not to be, no one stopped him. It was easy for him, because no problem. Because what did I say in the beginning? This restaurant was even for the empty purses also. Empty purses means the people who have no money at all. Even if they don't have little bit of money, they have that amount of food also they'll get. It catered to everybody. and no one was worried about his torn shoes or pants, second-hand pants, anything. So he sat down. He had ordered a beefsteak. Beefsteak is of cow meat, and it's part of your first side leg or the side leg of a thigh. It's a piece which comes out, and it's roasted, and then it's fried in some juices, and then it's given to you. It's a beefsteak. So, and he had flapjacks and donuts. Donuts is another round type of biscuit. We have this biscuit dipped in chocolate. Those are called donuts with nuts and all. And a pie. Pie is cooked. It's not a cake. It's type of a cake, but pie is like pie is actually baked. Cakes are also baked, but we have icing on top. But pie does not have icing on top. It's just simply baked. And then to the waiter he betrayed the fact that the smallest coin and himself were strangers. What does it mean to say? That at the table he sat and consumed beefsteak, flapjacks and donuts and pie, and then to the waiter he betrayed the fact that the smallest coin and himself were strangers. He betrayed the fact that he and money was strangers because he didn't have money, and also we are strange to money. He doesn't know that he has money, and he knows that, but the waiter does not know. So he betrayed that fact. The waiter must be thinking that he's got money, he's going to eat, no issues. So he said, now get busy, call the cops, said Soapy, and don't keep a gentleman waiting. So much fun, yes? He's got so much attitude and he's got so positivity into him. So that now go call the cops. He's actually wanting to go there. So that's why he's doing it. So he's very confident in himself. So what? So in life, whatever you do, you have to be confident. Then only you can go into that. May it be anything. But crime is bad. But he was doing it for his safety, to take care of himself. What else can he do? He was a good person. He was not trying to harm anybody. Okay, so I'm keeping it till here. Next class again when I come, I'll explain it to you. I hope I was some use to you. I was able to explain it to you in a elaborated way as a story. Okay, so I'll get back to you on the next class. See you. Bye bye. God bless and happy Father's Day to all of you.